about closing disclosures, you will very likely get more than one. You're going to have multiple closing disclosures. So I always like to make that a point leading up to closing day. As the numbers are getting what we call balanced, meaning the lender's talking to the title company, each day kind of changes some of the numbers for certain parts of the transaction. So just be aware that it's normal for you to get different closing disclosures, and it's normal for those numbers to adjust slightly. We shouldn't see huge number changes, but it is okay if you're getting little different ones, and that's just so that we can make sure we're communicating as much to you as possible. But you will get one that is called a final closing disclosure, and that is going to be the end-all that is all of closing disclosures, and that one will have the for sure final numbers on it once everything is balanced. So as a buyer, just expect that you might see multiples of similar documents, and that's all normal part of the process.
Yep. And we'll both make sure that you know when it's the final one. And like, no, pay close attention to this one.
Yes.
Your email has been flooded for weeks. Pay attention to this one.
Yes. Yeah. We will for sure guide you and have good communication for all of these things through the process. But yes, as you're watching this video, you know this is educational. So just understand that you're not going to be expected to just know all of that. We will be communicating with you on those things.
Right. Yeah. And every lender works a little different. One of the cool things about Thrive, and I feel this in my heart as a realtor, is these guys like to come to the closing table. You don't always get lenders who come hang out with us. Yep. You'll meet them in person. They come, they spend some time. We laugh, we cry. No, I'm just playing.
I cry
sometimes, depending on how the journey has been, guys.
Tears. Yes.
And there's a misconception, or an older school of thought, I think, that you sign all the papers and then you have to wait a few hours while all the wire transfers happen, and then eventually you meet back up with your realtor and get the keys. But talk to me about how you guys do things.
Yeah, so again, every loan is a little bit different, but sometimes you do have the option to do something called table funding, which is when you sign all of the documents and then right there you're able to, verify funding and take the keys. So it's a great option. It's so exciting to be able to just walk out with your keys and go and see the home. It's maybe not always an option for everybody, but in the situations where we can do that, it's great. And the nice thing is if you can't table fund, usually funding happens pretty quick after that.
Like go get some lunch and come back kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually pretty fast. So yeah, you don't have to wait very long. You just have to contain your excitement, maybe just a few hours longer. But and any opportunity that we get, we love to table fund and just give you those keys right away.
For sure. And then we'll also do things, the work isn't done there, unfortunately. That's usually when I send out things like the homestead exemption form for the county to help you save on your taxes.
Sure.
You want to tell everyone that you've moved, do all your change of ownership notifications, transitional your utilities, all the services, start telling, the power company that you'd like power on at your new house, set up your moving. If you haven't already done that, call some movers, get all that arranged. And then just enjoy the home and go in and take care of it.
I kind of feel like that's all the fun stuff too, because now that the stress of closing is like you're there, you've done it, turning on utilities, this just seems like such a small thing at that point. Like,
right. And honestly, you can, once you get the clear to close, you can kind of start planning it in advance or call the water company and say, hey, have the sellers already scheduled to turn off their service? Because I'll just take over. And it kind of makes it a seamless process for you too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So that's pretty much the contract to close process.
Yeah.
And if you have any specific questions about anything that we talked about, we're always available to help you out.
And we'll put all our contact info up on the screen here in just a minute too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it can be a stressful process, but it's an exciting one. And when you have a great team to help guide you through it, it's easy. It's a great experience. A good experience, a great experience is always our goal. We want you to get into your home with little to no stress. And while we can't always promise no stress, we will do our stressful process. Yes, we will do our absolute best to make sure that you have an enjoyable experience and you can get into your new home and start moving forward with life.
Yeah. Well, thank you for all your help today.
Absolutely, anytime.
So once again, this is Kierstin Wagner, the one, the only, the famous, the fabulous with Thrive Mortgage. I'm Stephanie Arneal, your favorite San Antonio realtor with Keller Williams Legacy, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.